Hello again, RoyZesch.REALTOR with Coldwell Banker Legacy in San Angelo. Today I want to talk to you about the different licenses and designations in the real estate business and just kind of explain them a little bit. A lot of times people don't know exactly what they mean. Start with the Texas Real Estate Commission. The Texas Real Estate Commission, TREC for short, is a regulatory agency in the state of Texas. They're chartered by the state government to regulate real estate license sales and real estate licenses and real estate sales in the state of Texas. So they're the top as far as what happens in all this. And again, all this just applies to Texas. It's drastically different in other states in the way it all works. So the lowest level is what we call a real estate license. A real estate agent, sales associate, there's several different terms, but real estate agent is the one that makes the most sense for me. To do this, you have to go do a certain number of required hours of classes before you can go take a test that they're both state and national tests you have to pass before you can be licensed to sell real estate in the state of Texas. But as a real estate agent with that license, you have to be under a broker. So a broker is a higher level of license. They have to have additional classes and training, and they have to have a broker's license that they also took a test for. And basically a broker supervises any of the sales agents working under them. There can be one sales agent working under them, none, or 50. It doesn't really matter. There's very few limits on it. So the broker then is a higher level of certification and licensing. So then that real estate agent has to have his license held by a broker. So the broker then is supervising everything he does. And interestingly, like when you sign a listing agreement or a buyer's representation agreement with an agent, technically you're actually signing that agreement with the broker or the brokerage. They're handling it. The agent is acting on behalf of the broker to do it, but the broker is the one who's responsible. So a broker is a person. They're a person that holds that license. There's also can be a brokerage or a brokerage firm. That's a company that has a license too with the state of Texas, with the Texas Real Estate Commission. And then there still has to be a broker in a position of supervision, but basically the company takes over or has the protection they get from being an entity, a legal entity, a corporation, or whatever they are at that level. So in our office, for example, Coldwell Banker Legacy is our brokerage. But there is a human being, a broker, that works for them and represents Coldwell Banker Legacy in all the transactions. And that broker then technically oversees all the agents that are operating out there. There's also another license for an appraiser. Appraiser may or may not be a real estate agent. They can be, but there's no requirement that they have to be. So they can go get an appraisal license and do appraisals. They have to have, and all these have to have continuing education every 2 years. You renew your license. There's a background check. There's all these things with any of the licenses. So the appraiser, again, is a separate license, parallel, not even necessarily overlapping. They're the ones that go out and value the properties, assign a value to the property on behalf of the lender. Or they can do it for another party, but frequently it's a lender. So then there's the term realtor. What does that mean? Who's a realtor? Well, a realtor is simply someone who's a member of the National Association of Realtors. So in San Angelo, we have the San Angelo Association of Realtors. When you become a member of the San Angelo Association, by default, you are a member of the Texas Association of Realtors and the National Association of Realtors. So anyone who is a member with a real estate license of any level can refer to themselves as a realtor, but that's all it means. The Association of Realtors has a code of ethics. They have some additional requirements and problem. If there's a problem between two realtors, then they have some ways of solving those problems within the organization. Frequently, in this case in San Angelo, the local association, the San Angelo Association of Realtors, is the one who hosts the MLS. So any realtors that want their information on the MLS, they have to be a member of the association. You have to be a realtor most of the time to have your listings on the multiple listing service. You can be a real estate agent or a real estate broker that's not a realtor, and you can advertise your listings somewhere else, but you can't put them on the multiple listing service if that is held and provided by the local Association of Realtors. So anyway, real estate agent is the basic license. Then above that you have a broker's license that is required. Every real estate agent has to be under a broker's license. Then you have a brokerage, which is the company that handles all that. And then parallel to that is the Appraiser license. They have their own associations and whatnot. And then the Realtors, which is having one of those licenses and being a member of the National Association of Realtors makes you a realtor. So that's really all it means. So hope that clears some things up. I don't know, it may not have been a big deal to you, but sometimes people hear the terms and they don't know exactly what they are talking about. So I just hope this helped clear it up a little bit. Give me a call, RoyZesch.REALTOR 325-268-0775. Thank you.